sharper in the T20 international format. With India and Pakistan also eyeing the final spots, every point will matter. In women's cricket, India is facing Australia in the decisive third ODI in New Delhi, a perfect dress rehearsal before the upcoming ODI World Cup. And we will also bring you the latest from the World Athletic Championship in Tokyo, and that and much more right here on the Match Point on DD India. So let's get started. The Super 4 stage of the Asia Cup 2025 kicks off today in Dubai with Sri Lanka taking on Bangladesh. The two sides share one of the modern cricket's fierce rivalries where passion often spills over on and off the field. With India and Pakistan also vying for the final, both Sri Lanka and Bangladesh know that winning this important match of the Super 4 will give them definitely an edge in the Asia Cup.
The rivalry between Sri Lanka and Bangladesh has grown steadily over the last decade, making their Asia Cup clash one of the tournament's most anticipated fixtures. In head-to-head in T20Is, Sri Lanka hold a lead with 13 wins from 21 encounters, while Bangladesh have 8 victories. In the group stage, Charith Asalanka's side came out on top by 6 wickets, extending their hold on their rivals. Pathum Nissanka's form at the top has been a major plus. And against Afghanistan, middle order of Kusal Mendis and Mendis also proved why Sri Lanka is a team to watch out. The bowling too has been consistent, with Nuwan Thushara emerging as a standout with 13 wickets in just 6 games against Bangladesh. Bangladesh meanwhile entered the contest with questions to answer. Their batting faltered in the previous clash, but Litton Das remains key for Bangladesh's batting fortunes, while Mustafizur Rahman is expected to lead the bowling charge. While Sri Lanka topped their group with 3 wins, Bangladesh narrowly advanced after depending on Sri Lanka's result against Afghanistan. That dependence lit up social media, and their heated on-field and social media banter also makes this clash noteworthy. Form heading into this clash makes Sri Lanka the favourites with 4 wins in their last 5 T20Is. Bangladesh, however, have shown resilience too, winning 4 of their last 5 complete T20Is. Sri Lanka's next test will be against Pakistan in Abu Dhabi, while Bangladesh remain in Dubai for back-to-back games against India and Pakistan. Sports Desk, DD India.
So rivalry that is growing in the recent past, we can say that Bangladesh versus Sri Lanka. Now let's take a look at the key performers from both the sides so far in the Asia Cup from both the sides. First, we talk about Pathum Nissanka. He has played 3 matches and scored, we can say that, 124 runs, and Litton Das 3 matches, 96 runs, 126 strike rate, and Mendis 88 runs and the strike rate of 122, and Toy 69 runs, 106 is his strike rate. Nuwan Thushara of Sri Lanka 5 wickets, and economic bowler, the most economic bowler with 5.91, and Rihad Hossain 4 wickets. And the economy is 7.44. Talking about Mustafizur, the veteran, 4 wickets, and the economy is 7.72. Dushman Tachamira 4 wickets in 3 matches and economy is 8. So these are the players to watch out for today's match in the crucial contest between the two teams. Now talking about the next story, India signed off their group stage campaign at the Asia Cup with a 21 run over Oman in Abu Dhabi. The result means Suryakumar Yadav's side head into the Super 4 unbeaten. DD India's Abhishek Mahajan reports from Abu Dhabi.
India had already sealed their spot in the next round that allowed the team management to rotate, give batters some time in the middle and even hand the ball to part-timers. The plan looked safe on paper, but nearly backfired.
It was very, very important for other guys to chip in and get a game under their belt, because we never know who can be used at what point of the time. The key thing for us to make sure that we get as many players as possible a game under their belt. But yeah, I mean to say is they played well, and I'm glad that we holded the nerves in the land better.
On a tricky surface, India managed 188 from their 20 overs, but Oman didn't back down. Veteran Amir Kaleem and youngster Hamid Mirza hit half-centuries, pushing the chase deep into the 18th over. Oman eventually fell short at 167 for 4, finishing with 6 wickets in hand. A spirited effort that tested India more than expected just a couple of days before their high-voltage clash with Pakistan.
It wasn't a one-sided affair at all. Oman pushed India harder, but Suryakumar Yadav used this game to try out different combinations ahead of the big India versus Pakistan blockbuster clash. With cameraman Kumar Datta, this is Abhishek Mahajan in Abu Dhabi for DD India.
Meanwhile, Pakistan have cancelled another scheduled pre-match press conference, this one ahead of their Super 4 game against India on Sunday. According to the schedule of the Asian Cricket Council release, a Pakistan player or a member of the coaching staff was scheduled to do a press conference at the 6 p.m. local time on Saturday. The team was also slated to train from 6 p.m. onwards for the 3 hours at the ICC Academy in Dubai. The reason for the cancelling the press conference is yet not clear. It is the second time in as many as games Pakistan have scrapped their customary pre-match media duties. They had declined to hold a press conference ahead of the must-win games against UAE, while the handshake saga with the match referee Andy Pycroft raged on. Meanwhile, Pycroft has been confirmed as the match referee for the India versus Pakistan game on Sunday too. So Abhishek Mahajan is joining me from the Dubai for this we can say the contest that has been grown, the rivalry is growing, and Bangladesh cricket fans had to put on hold their antagonistic feeling towards Sri Lanka for a couple of days. Abhishek, they needed Sri Lanka to beat Afghanistan to stay alive in the Asia Cup after all. So how you look this rivalry? We can say that in the past 7 years, it has been grown to, or we can say one of the best rivalries in the Asian subcontinent.
Hi Narayan, I couldn't get your question. Are you asking about Bangladesh?
Actually, the rivalry that is growing, if you take a look in the previous match against the UAE, there was just the Bangladeshi fans were just praying that Sri Lanka should win that match and against Afghanistan. So do you think that this rivalry is growing? It is one of the defining rivalry in the Asian subcontinent right now?
Absolutely, Narayan. If you see both teams, they are on their rebuilding phases. If you see Bangladesh also, if you see Sri Lanka also, comparatively Sri Lanka has done better than Bangladesh. But yes, it was a great win by Bangladesh against Afghanistan also. And Bangladesh controlled their controllables, and yes, they were waiting for Sri Lanka to win their last league game against Afghanistan. And yes, you were right in saying that a few days ago, just 2 days ago, Bangladesh fans, they were in fact praying for Sri Lanka to win. But surprisingly, Afghanistan lost. Everyone was saying that Afghanistan was on paper was much better team than Bangladesh. But yes, a good spirited performance by Bangladesh. They didn't do well in the first game, but yes, in the next two games they came back well, and credit to veteran Mustafizur Rahman, who took 3 wickets in the last game against Afghanistan. Taskeen Ahmed, Bangladesh management brought him back into the 11, and he also bowled well. We need to credit their bowling department, and also a lot will depend on Litton Das today. Narayan, if you see, he's just 18 short of Shakib Al Hassan's score. He can, if he scores 19 runs, he'll become the highest run scorer for Bangladesh in this format of the game, and a lot will depend on the openers also. In the first game, they didn't click well, but yes, a lot will depend on them. Hridoy also, Litton Das also in bowling department, like I mentioned, a lot will depend on the veteran Mustafizur Rahman. But yes, on paper, Sri Lanka look a better side, much balanced side than the Bangladesh.
Definitely, Sri Lanka, the way they batted, they were bowled and unbeaten so far in the tournament, and it will be difficult for both the team because it's an important match. But talking about the another saga that is folding, that Pakistan cancelled once again the pre-match press conference. Again, do you think they have the answers of the press? That's why they are cancelling, because if they have some concrete, we can say, evidence regarding whatever happened, they should have went for the press conference. I think they don't have the answers.
Yes, you are right. We have been following up with the Pakistan media manager for the last 1.5 hours or so. And just 10 minutes ago, Pakistan did not give any confirmation, Narayan. We got the confirmation from the ACC, from the Asia Cup team, that Pakistan will not be holding their pre-match press conference. Earlier, it was scheduled at 6 p.m. local time, which would have been 7:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time. But again, you are right in saying, Narayan, that they cancelled their post-match press conference in the last game against UAE. They cancelled their pre-match press conference again, and they had cancelled their pre-match press conference before the last game also. Yes, they don't have answers. That's why they want to avoid the questions that would have been asked, that could have been asked, and a lot of questions. If they face the media, there would be a lot of backlashing, and a lot of questions would be asked on Andy Pycroft. A lot of questions would be asked on why they came late for the match, why the match was delayed for 1 hour. A lot of questions will be centered around Andy Pycroft.
Right,
so,
Abhishek.
I think they want to focus more on the tournament. They want to avoid the question, and this is the reason why they have cancelled their press conference, pre-match press conference.
Right, Abhishek, but I think they are not focusing on the tournament. Rather, they were just following the other petty things. They were focusing on the handshake row. I think they would have rather they focused on the match. Otherwise, I think it will be difficult for them to progress ahead for the finals. Thanks for joining us and giving the valuable opinion from Dubai. Now, updates from the third one-day game between India and Australia. Women in Delhi, Australia posted a mammoth 413-run target for India to chase at the Arun Jaitley Stadium in the series-deciding match. Batsmoni was the star of the Australian batting attack, smashing 138 runs off 75 balls. She smashed century in 57 balls to become the joint second fastest centurion in women's ODI, while Georgia Wall and Alyssa Perry both smashing 50 to help Australia cross 400-run mark. Till the last report came in, India were 144 runs for the loss of 2 wickets in 14 overs. Earlier, Australian captain Alyssa Haley won the toss and opted to bat first. The series is tied at 1-1 after Australia won the ODI by 8 wickets and India recorded a historic 102-run victory in the second in Molanpur. And with the World Cup just days away, this is a series win, would be a signature statement that has arrived. And Deepika is joining me from New Delhi on this match. Deepika, if you talk about this match, we know that Australia is a mighty team. Australia is the most successful team in the history of the Women's World Cup. That is approaching fast. I think it's about 10 days to go for that coveted tournament. So actually today's match, India is on the right track right now. They are heading towards that total. So do you think it is achievable for the India right now?
When we talk about Australia's performance today, Narayan, the top 5 players, they really performed at a very mind-blowing speed. The kind of runs they were creating, and especially when we talk about Beth Mooney, she was so incredibly well, and she hit the ton in just 57 balls. So that was the sort of performance we saw from the Australian side, and they set a target which is their highest equal total of 412 in this series decider against India at Arun Jaitley Cricket Stadium in New Delhi. But now when we talk about the target, as you said, the target is 413 and Team India is batting. It started with Pratika Rawal. Pratika Rawal being from Delhi itself, she started with 4s. She hit 2 4s in the initial batting phase, but then she got out. But right now, if we talk about it, Smriti Mandhana is on fire. Smriti Mandhana has so far hit more than 12 4s and 3 6s in her innings, and she's about to make it. She's already scored 80 plus runs so far. We are hoping that she should score another century, because she did that in the last match when India won that historic ODI against Australia. Today, again, looking at the current score, we are hopeful that India can achieve this particular target, but this target is not at all easy. But now let's also talk to the fans. We've got Ujala with us, who's a huge Smriti Mandhana fan. She's supporting Smriti Mandhana and wearing her jersey also. Ujala, how do you see the current match unfolding right now, and Smriti's performance particularly?
Actually, starting from Australia match, it was really tough to handle the situation. It was really hard score they have created for India. But now Smriti Mandhana is doing such a great match and great fielding. She is such a great leader as a team leader. So now we are all hoping that she will achieve all the runs and she will do the great match.
All right, and so there you heard that how the fans are really excited, and the stadium has also started filling in, because earlier in the initial hours of the match we were not expecting that sort of a crowd to come and support for Team India. But then looking at the crowd, it is right now roaring, and the chants of India is currently echoing inside the stadium, and Smriti Mandhana is getting a huge boost not only from the fans, but the fans are also getting the boost from the kind of performance we are watching from Smriti Mandhana right now, Narayan.
Definitely, we are hoping that India will touch that target, because right now after 14 overs, India is scoring with a strike run rate of 10.35. I have scored 145 for the loss of 2 wickets. Thanks, Deepika, for joining us and giving some valuable inputs from the Arun Jaitley Stadium. So now moving to the next story, that is track and field, and the World Athletic Championship is take place in Tokyo. American sprinter star Noah Lyles and Melissa Jefferson Wooden delivered a standout performance in the men's and women's 200-meter finals, each claiming gold in emphatic fashion. Noah Lyles matched Usain Bolt's historic feat of 4 consecutive 200-meter world titles. Lyles, renowned for his showmanship and devastating finishing speed, overcame a sluggish start to surge down the home straight and secure his 4th successive 200-meter world title in 19.52 seconds. Kenny Bendra continued his run of near misses, collecting a 2nd successive world silver in 19.58 seconds, while Jamaica's Brian Level claimed the bronze, the nation's first 200-meter medal at the World Championship since Bolt era. And the women's 200-meter final belonged to Melissa Jefferson Wooden, who stormed to gold in 21.68 seconds, the fastest time in the world this year. Having already claimed the 100-meter crown earlier in the championship, the 24-year-old became the first American woman to compete the sprint double at the World Championship. And New Zealand's George Bremish claimed a stunning wall goal in the 3,000-meter steeplechase this week, and when she dipped to defeat a shocked Sofina El Bekel in the line and denied the Moroccan a 5th successive global title. Twice Olympic and world champion El Bakali seemed on the course of the hat-trick when he hit in front of the bell, and after surging clear seemed to think he had it in the bag. However, Beamish, famed for his late kick, pushed on to snatch it on the line in the 8 minutes 33.88 seconds. Jamaica's Oblique Sevilla scratched his way to the wall 100-meter goal in the personal best time of 9.77 seconds, leading a Jamaican 1-2 ahead of the Olympic silver medalist Kishan Thompson, who finished 2nd. Defending champion Noah Lyles took bronze in season's best 9.89 seconds as the United States failed to take the title for the first time since 2015, when Usain Bolt won the last of his titles. And in pole vault, Amaran Mondo Duplantis broke the world record for the 14th time, clearing 6.30 meters to capture his 3rd world championship. With this win, Mondo Duplantis completed a hat-trick of world championship medals, reaffirming his peerless status in the men's pole vault. The 25-year-old has now claimed the past 8 global men's pole vault gold medals on offer across both indoor and outdoor competitions, following his triumph in the Japanese capital, returning to the stadium where he achieved the first of those major successes 4 years ago. Duplantis owned his latest moment in the spotlight with his charisma and breathtaking talent. Duplantis had already won every major gold available to him, while last year he became the first man to retain the Olympic pole vault title for 68 years at Paris Olympics. Now, in archery, we talk about the Archery Premier League was officially launched in New Delhi in a grand ceremony. A total of 48 archers were drafted into 6 franchises for the inaugural edition. The draft featured 36 Indian and 12 foreign archers. Each team picked 8 players, building a balanced and competitive squads for the first season. Franchises include Prithviraj Yodhas, Mighty Marathas, Kakatiya Knights, Rajputana Royals, Chero Archers and Chola Chiefs. The draft unfolded across 8 rounds. Each squad was required to have 3 compound and 3 recurve archers. The remaining 2 slots gave them more flexibility.
आर्चरी प्रीमियर लीग हम इंडिया में शुरू कर रहे हैं। भारत पहला देश बन रहा है आर्चरी प्रीमियर लीग के लिए। इसके पीछे उद्देश्य यही है कि हम अपने आर्चर्स को एक्सपोजर दे सके और आर्चरी को देश में नहीं बल्कि दुनिया में और लोकप्रिय कैसे बनाया जाए।
We should have the best of the world's archers competing with our best, and our second rung archers also get an opportunity to compete and train along with the best in the world. It will be sport, it will be entertainment, and it will be history, because all the teams you see the names, they are from medieval India, where we have said we'll get the best possible, and we have got them. Now we will showcase India also to the rest of the world.
It was a historic day for Indian archery this week when Archery Association of India launched the Archery Premier League in Delhi this week. On this occasion, India's top-notch archer Jyoti Surekha Venom said that she is happy and it will give the exposure to the Indian archers. Joining me, India's top-notch archer Jyoti Surekha Venom. Jyoti, a new league, we can say that a start of a new dawn for the Indian archery with the start of the initial or the inaugural season of the Archery Premier League. So how you look this opportunity for the Indian archers?
I think it's going to be a very good beginning, because there are many instances where you have seen many sports coming up with leagues and the viewership has been grown immensely, and also the love for the sport has grown immensely. So I believe and wish it is the same for archery too.
So talking about the format, the time has been reduced from 20 to 15 seconds. Also, it will be played under the lights. So do you think it is a challenge for the archers, and also just we can check their limits and also push them for the betterment in the archery?
Yes, of course. I think it's a bit challenging because reducing the time, but if you are a good shooter who can manage things correctly in also a short period of time, so it's okay.
So talking about the archery and the Olympics, we know that Indian archers, you people have won medals at every podium and defeated the best in the business like the Korean teams. So now what are the preparations, how your preparations are going for that Olympic medal? It's looking very near.
And we have Asian Championships and World Cup final lined up in the next few months, and we also have the Asian Games next year. So I would like to take one step at a time in each and every tournament so that I can give my 100% in that particular tournament. But in the long run, Olympics is still there. So yeah, hopefully.
Definitely, the way Jyoti Surekha Venom is saying that Olympic is in her mind, and definitely the way things are going, our archers are winning medals at every podium. Soon, I think very soon, we will win a medal at the Olympics too. With camera person Aniket, Narayan Singh, DD India, Delhi. This week also saw India scripting a historic moment in global skating as Anand Kumar Velkumar clinched the country's first ever gold at the Speed Skating World Championship in China. The 22-year-old speedster powered to victory in the senior men's 100-meter sprint with a timing of 1 minute 24 second. 0.924 seconds. Becoming India's first world champion in the sport, Velkumar has been steadily rising on the international stage. He first gained attention in 2021 with the silver at the Junior World Championship. With 2 historic bronzes in a month, his success marks a breakthrough for Indian speed skating and signals a bright future for the sports in the country. So that's all we have for you in the Match Point today, and stay tuned to DD India for more updates from the world of sports and other international events. Thanks for watching. Namaskar.
Welcome to a happy place. To nature's warm embrace. faith, fruits of hard work, and protectors of Mother Earth. Unique in every way, discover something new every day. A small state with big ambitions and a bigger heart. Mizoram welcomes to love, laughter and celebrations.